Today we've got an interesting matchup in Meruem, the king of the chimera ants from Hunter x Hunter, versus Cars, the ultimate life form from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And this is brought to us today by Julia, who wants to say the stats are equalized, but the verses are not, at least not at first. And the reason I say this is interesting is because both of these characters kind of fulfill the same role within their respective verses. They're both the pinnacle of evolution, like basically gods compared to everyone else, and they both are kings of adaptation, right? So who wins? And when we boil it down like that, and we're going to give them equal stats, like I said, then I think I kind of just gotta lean towards Cars because he's virtually immortal, whereas Meruem is not. Like, things can still kill Meruem, as we saw. And yet in JoJo's, they could not kill Cars. They just had to launch him into space to deal with him that way. Now, I've only seen part 2 through part 2 of JoJo's, so I don't know if they do find a way to kill Cars ultimately, but the only thing I could even come up with is if you can just completely obliterate him in one go, kind of like the same way you would deal with Maharaga. So if that's a suitable win condition, then perhaps Meruem could win, because I do think Meruem has the edge in terms of his strategic genius. I know Cars is a genius as well, but I think this was more so a factor when it comes to Meruem. And I think the longer the fight goes on, it's going to favor him if there's a way to kill Cars. If there's not, then ultimately Meruem's gonna lose the battle of attrition, right? So I guess I would lean Cars, but let me get a little bit specific in terms of verse equalization, which Julia wanted me to talk about. So in a world where we're not equalizing verses, meaning everyone's benefits of their power system are going to come into play, then that heavily favors Meruem, because Nin can do way crazier things compared to, I don't even know what to call JoJo's power system, because Meruem could just completely immobilize and paralyze Cars in fear with his Nin, with his aura, right? Because we know if you don't have Nin yourself, if you don't protect from that, there's nothing you can do against it. So Meruem could feasibly just end the fight before it even begins by completely immobilizing Cars and then just obliterating him in one go with like a rage blast. Again, assuming that is a suitable way to kill Cars. Maybe it's not. But non-verse equalization, I'd probably lean Meruem. Verse equalization, which we're gonna assume this means Cars can just absorb and learn Nin himself, then he'll be able to protect against that. And then we go back to the first things I said in this video, which probably ultimately favors him since he's immortal. But y'all let me know your thoughts.